Hey everyone, Mark the Movie Man here. Welcome to the Final Cut. Got one for you today called Curse of Wolf Mountain. Yes, The Curse of Wolf Mountain. It is brought to us by director David Lipper and writer Kelly Price, and they both star in this. Kelly Price plays AJ, who's a gentleman who is suffering from some childhood trauma. Yes, he's getting nightmares of bits and pieces of memories of when his parents were killed by the apparent Wolfman of Wolf Mountain. Yes, that's where the mountain gets its name from. The legend that there's a wolf man that stalks those woods and kills people, and according to AJ, this wolf man killed his parents. Well, the therapist says the best way to confront and unlock all these memories is to go back to where it happened. And so he takes a group of his friends up the mountain to try to confront and unlock these memories. Along the way, they cross paths with a number of interesting characters, including the Wolfman of Wolf Mountain, and we see how the Wolfman stalks AJ's friends, and one by one, they're trying to escape the mountain with their lives. And who does escape and who doesn't? Well, you're going to have to see the film to find out. Curse of Wolf Mountain is an interesting one, is because the tone is a bit of a roller coaster ride. It starts out serious. We get flashbacks of AJ's memories, bits and pieces of his parents dying at the hands of the Wolfman through some very interesting camera work, giving this nightmarish feel to it. And we meet AJ's therapist, who's played by, hold on to your seats, folks, Tobin Bell. Yes, that's right. He's playing a good guy, a nice guy. It was a nice welcome change. You can tell he really got into the role, and it was great seeing him on screen, even though it was for a short amount of time. But he did great as AJ's therapist. AJ's girlfriend, Samantha, is played by Carissa Lee Staples. I liked the dynamic between these two and the relationship. It didn't feel forced. It felt authentic. Yeah, I liked it quite a bit. And then David Lepper plays Max, who's also an interesting character, and I love the chemistry between actually this entire crew that they had. They really play off each other well. We've got Kenny Yates in here who plays Joe. It was fun seeing him from the Hunt Club on this film. In fact, a couple of people from Hunt Club are in here, including Kip Tribble, who plays Duffy. He was in Hunt Club, and he's in this as well as one of the park rangers. The park rangers really stood out for me as well. Dooley Abraham plays Dennis. He was hilarious, and he and Amaris Davidson, who plays the ranger April, these two have some of the funniest moments in the film, play off each other well. It brought a smile to my face, and I was laughing quite a bit. Who'll also have you laughing is Matt Rife, who plays James. I liked his character. He's that friend, the rowdy friend of sorts, the guy who doesn't exactly have the best tact. There's also Malu Trevejo in here. She's making her debut in a feature film, and I thought she did well in here, holding her own with the veteran actors that she's with. I liked her character quite a bit. One with just a bit of attitude, which is what you like to help balance the dynamic, especially with who was playing her boyfriend. So I liked that quite a bit, and her performance as well. So many people do great in here. Danny Trejo shows up, and every film, whenever Danny shows up, it gets better just naturally, because Danny Trejo is one of those guys who really brings it and brings everything to the character, and he's just having fun in this role of a guy who is a criminal, kind of hiding out on the woods. They're looking for something and end up crossing paths with AJ and his friends, as well as witnessing the Wolfman. So yeah, Danny really, you could tell he was getting into the role and had a lot of fun. Everybody in here, Ferdinanda Romero playing Lexi, I loved her in this role. This whole cast, Eddie McClintock, I have to mention everybody just because I really think this film hinges on their performances, because it is made on a limited budget, and they do well, especially for an independent film of this nature. And there's some interesting camera work that they do in here as well, some colorization and such. And Yes, there's even some moments that are going to make you laugh, going, wow, that didn't look realistic, but it's not supposed to. Please go into this film not expecting a straight up scary horror film. There's scary moments, there's intense moments, there's also a lot of funny moments as well. It's supposed to be taken as this kind of campy slasher film, this ode to those films of the 80s, and I think they're successful here quite a bit. So there you have it, folks. It is coming out soon on VOD and physical media, so you'll want to keep an eye out for it. I'll put as much information as I can, and make sure you check out my interview with David Lipper, the director and one of the stars of this movie, because I think you'll find it also interesting what went into it, as well as his future projects coming up. So thank you so much for watching and listening to me ramble, and until next time, remember, keep that ticket stub.